Ciao a tutti bella gente e benvenuti o bentornati sul mio canale. Oggi siamo qui su un altro nuovo gioco, un gioco che ritengo particolare anche se ancora non l'ho provato, ma dalla descrizione già vedo che è molto promettente o forse sarà molto deludente, non lo so, lo vedremo assieme, come al solito non so a cosa sto andando incontro e quindi ma andremo incontro a non so cosa. Insieme. Vi leggo la descrizione del gioco su Steam, lo potete trovare su Steam. Allora, Alt Frequencies cos'è? Ecco, forse non l'ho detto il nome del gioco è Alt Frequencies, stay tuned. Ecco, in inglese, il mio inglese, veramente la mia pronuncia inglese è veramente una cosa pazzesca. Comunque, è un giallo sonoro ambientato in un loop temporale. Registra, riavvolgi il tempo e trasmetti clip di programmi radio per smascherare presentatori, complottisti e politici. Direi che possiamo anche andare e vediamo. Nuova partita. Quindi Art Frequencies è un'opera di finzione, nomi, personaggi, luoghi ed eventi descritti in questo gioco sono prodotti dell'immaginazione degli autori. Ogni riferimento a fatti, luoghi o persone, vive o morte, è interamente casuale. Ok, gioca.
Hello, listener. Thank you for acquiring this radio system. We are going to calibrate your device. Great. Now, if any time during calibration you want to pause, you can. Let's try it out. Press the key you've selected for the open-close menu action to pause and open the menu.
What?
Is something wrong? You need to press the key you've selected for the
Apri
open-close
chiudi
menu
menu.
action to pause the game.
Allora, vediamo i controlli. Ok, con le frecce quindi si fa registra, inviano clip. Ok, con la freccia a destra e a sinistra cambiamo la frequenza, avanti veloce spazio. Ok, ma come si mette in pausa, scusate?
So, with this radio
Ok.
system, you can navigate through different radio stations and interact with their hosts. Depending on what info you give them, you might even get a reaction. Want to know how it works exactly? Let's try this.
Sì,
I need you to find the answer to this question. Who is the #1 radio DJ? I bet you can find the answer on another station. Let's try that. You can change the station you're listening to by pressing the keys you've selected for the change station left and change station right actions.
Ok, Anna.
Not yet? You need to switch to the other station to
Anna, mi stai facendo impazzire. Hanna, anzi, con l'H davanti.
answer my question. Press the keys you've selected for the
Ok.
change station left and change station right actions to change the station.
Cambiamo la stazione verso
You can change
sinistra
the
o
station you're
destra.
listening to.
And welcome. Glad you switched over. I think my colleague asked you to look for something here, right?
Sì.
Guess what? I have the answer to their question. The answer lies somewhere in the following clips. When you think you've found it, you can record it by pressing the key you've selected for the record action. Don't worry, I'll repeat the info a couple of times for you. So, here's some info about the stations on your radio system.
Sì, vorrei sapere.
We have News One with its main host, Fred Peterson.
Mhm.
Here you'll find global news, reports, and interviews. Fresh FM is hosted in the morning by Michelle, the
DJ
#1
numero uno,
radio
Michelle.
DJ. Michelle presents you the freshest hits and is considered by many to be the best radio DJ in the country. On Talk Radio, you'll find NSB and his loyal callers talking about basically everything there is in life. Is there something wrong?
No, tutto
Come
a
on,
posto.
I know you can find the solution.
Sì, la
The
DJ
answer lies
numero
somewhere in the
uno.
following clips. When you think you've found it, you can record it by pressing the key you've selected for the record action. Don't worry, I'll repeat the info a couple of times for
Ok, ho
you.
capito.
So, here's some info about the stations on your radio system.
Devo trovare
We
la
have
DJ
News
numero
One with
1,
its main
che è
host, Fred
Michelle.
Peterson. Here you'll find global news, reports, and interviews. Fresh FM.
Ecco.
Fresh FM is hosted in the morning by Michelle, the number one radio DJ. You recorded something. Great. Now, you might have heard me repeat some sentences. Let's face it, that can
Sì,
be a bit annoying.
Un po' irritante.
Thankfully, you have the possibility to skip clips if you want to navigate faster through a station. To do so, just press the key you've selected for the fast forward action and you'll skip the clip being played. You skip each of them by pressing the key you've selected
Ok,
for
vedrò
the
tre
fast forward.
cose, va
Michelle
bene.
on Fresh. There are many more. I hope you like music. Nice one. Now, remember the clip you recorded before about the number one DJ?
Sì,
If you forgot what you recorded, don't worry. Press the key you've selected for the listen action to listen to your recorded clip. Fresh FM is hosted in the morning by Michelle, the number
Ok.
one radio DJ. All right, we're almost done. It's time to
con
send your
invio si
answer
sente
to
la
the other
frase che abbiamo
station.
registrato.
Please switch back to my colleague by pressing the keys you've selected for the change station left and change station right actions.
Ok.
If you want to send your clip to my colleague, please switch back to their station. Please switch back to my colleague
Ho
by pressing the
capito.
keys you've selected for the change station left and change station right actions.
Ok, quindi andiamo sulla
Question
stazione
was,
iniziale.
Who is the number one
Ci
radio
avevano
DJ? You
chiesto
can send your clip to me by pressing the key you selected for the send action.
chi è la DJ numero 1 e potete inviarmi la
Remember, the
clip,
question
sempre che
was,
parli
Who
Anna,
is the number
mannaggia.
one radio DJ?
Che
Fresh
cos'è?
FM is hosted in the morning by Michelle, the number
Esattamente.
one radio DJ.
Oh yes, Michelle. I remember now. Just kidding. I already knew that. She's my favorite too. But thank you for sending me the clip.
Prego,
By
prego.
the way, there was a specific beep when you sent me the clip. When you hear this sound, it means you won't be able to interact with your radio anymore. It will happen before every important announcement. Just pay extra attention to what is broadcasted then. Just to be sure you understand, I need you to try to interact with
No,
your
non ho
device.
capito, dice.
Go ahead. Anything will do.
Dai, provateci. Ma che devo fare?
Need any help?
Sì, ha
You need
bisogno.
to interact with the device. Anything will do.
Ok.
See? Nothing happened.
Ah, ho
Those
capito.
moments are here to make sure you don't miss out on important content.
Va bene. Quindi,
Before we leave you to the real radio shows
Ok.
out there, remember that you can pause the game and access the menu anytime by pressing the key you've selected for the open-close menu
ok,
action.
Anna, va
In
bene.
this menu, you'll find useful options to customize your experience.
Va
There
bene.
is also a gesture reminder if you forget how to use your radio. Finally, you can replay this tutorial in the menu anytime you want, so don't worry if you feel lost. We'll be there.
Sì, un
Thank
po',
you again for purchasing
un
this
po' mi
radio
sento
system.
confuso.
Don't forget to put it to good use and send clips to your favorite hosts.
Vabbè, dobbiamo inviare clip ai presentatori. Capitolo 1 è lunedì, quindi è lunedì. Poi fra l'altro oggi è davvero lunedì.
You're currently listening to Winston. I can't reveal more about.
State ascoltando
We have to keep
Winston.
our radio
Dobbiamo
frequencies
tenere
hidden.
nascosta la nostra frequenza, altrimenti la polizia addirittura.
Some of you know the truth. Some of you have even found us.
Che qua.
Find somebody who knows about all secrets.
Trovate qualcuno che
Ask
conosce
him the
tutti i
right
segreti.
question. Unlock our frequency. Find the truth.
Ponetegli la domanda giusta e detectate la frequenza. La radio emette segnali acustici.
It's 7
Yeah.
o'clock on News 1, and here are the headlines with Fred Peterson.
Today, Foreign Minister Macmillan is scheduled to talk to other foreign ministers in a highly anticipated meeting. She will
Okay.
have to develop an understanding about the status of international trade policies if the time loop is implemented. 4 people were arrested after reports of terrorist threats. According to the police, the 4 men are part of a so-called piracy group dedicated to disrupting society. The police is now investigating their means of communication and facing new questions. If a secret group uses radio waves to share information, can they hide their frequency? The University of Amentos has been rewarded the prestigious award for teaching excellence. Vice-Chancellor of the university, Irene Boulay, expressed her gratitude during a speech she made last night. And with only a couple of days to go before the vote, cities throughout the country are preparing for long lines at the voting office. According to government officials, the amount of voting locations will be 16% higher compared to last year's general elections. Traffic info. Slow-moving traffic in the usual places, no other specifics or traffic jams at the moment. Weather today will be mostly sunny, with some low clouds coming in from the south later this afternoon.
Bene, abbiamo ascoltato
Thanks
le
for listening,
notizie.
everyone. Later this morning, do hidden radio frequencies exist? And if so, how do we unlock them? In the second part of our show, we'll discuss whether this is a myth or a real technological possibility. Also, stay tuned for our daily review of the newspaper headlines. Today with special guest Mark Hillard, who recently swam the channel to raise money for vaccine safety research. Plus, overcrowding on the tracks. How will railways survive the growing number of travellers? It's a full hour of news to get you up to speed with everything that's happening in the world. But first, over to our reporter on
Ma non si
location,
ferma.
Titi Begay.
Cambiamo frequenza.
Sungate toothbrushes. Say yes to
Dite sì alla routine.
Fresh FM. Just for you listeners out there, Michelle was coughing like a madwoman during the commercials. I've got to be honest, Shell. You sounded like a hungover baby seal.
Che
Don't
simpatico.
worry, babe. I'm not dying yet. Just a case of the flu. Nothing an early night won't
Ovviamente.
fix.
Should we find you some medicine? We can't have you losing your voice. Who will present the show then?
Che lo
Not you,
presento.
obviously. You know what they say. Once a sidekick, always a sidekick.
Nobody could.
Anche lei è molto
replace you
simpatica,
anyway. You're
eh.
the highest paid radio DJ in the country.
Senti, c'è pippocate questo
Allegedly.
peso, così
Anyway,
dicono.
back to the show. We have a world premiere today for you. In 30
30 secondi
we'll
vorremmo
play you
ascoltare il nuovo
Dog
singolo
Zone's
di
new
Dog
single.
Zone.
Your
Che è successo? What?
Find somebody who knows about
Trovate
all
qualcuno che
secrets.
conosce tutti i
Ask him
segreti.
the right question.
Ponetegli la domanda giusta, decrettate la frequenza, trovate la verità.
It's Monday! Another glorious start of the week.
What?
And you've tuned in to the best radio
C'è stata
station
un'interferenza di sto Winston. La vostra DJ numero uno,
around.
Michelle.
Don't worry if you've got that Monday morning back to school blues. We'll have you cheered up in no time.
Se
With
lo
the
dici tu.
latest showbiz news, hot
La
new
musica
music.
trendy.
And Hot Old Bob.
È il vecchio
You've got
sexy
the
Bob.
old part right.
Però il vecchio sono
Alright,
d'accordo.
It's the fresh breakfast mix.
Un soffio di freschezza, Fresh FM 91.5. Batti le mani per il Fresh Breakfast Mix.
Fresh breakfast. So, Bob, my trusty old sidekick, here's one Monday question just for you. How
Com'è
was
stato il tuo
your
weekend?
weekend?
Dice Michelle.
Went to Club Dynamite on Saturday. Pretty cool.
Bravo
Nice.
Bob.
You?
I've just been chilling at
Brava
home,
Michelle.
mainly.
Fine settimana serve a quella,
When
rilassarsi.
your life's as exciting as mine, you deserve a quiet
Michelle, ma non mi
weekend.
interessa se hai
Anyway,
la
a
vita
new
intensa.
week. Should we talk about what's coming up over the next couple of days?
Vediamo le novità.
Time loop vote?
I actually meant the ultimate dance party this Friday. I'm so hyped.
Addirittura.
Ooh, that.
Let's not bore people with voting stuff on here. I'm already fed up with the
Non
subject
andiamo la
debates,
gente
like
con le
you
questioni
say.
del voto.
Boring.
It's important to vote. Let your voice
È importante
be heard,
votare
all
per
that.
far sentire la
Sure, please,
nostra
everyone,
voce.
Go out and vote. It's your democratic duty.
È il vostro
And the
dovere
duty of our
democratico.
show is to have some fun in the morning. So that's what we'll
Diciamo
do
che questa è la
right after
radio un po' così. Vabbè, cambiamo.
Yeah, so you know we're voting
Chi-
on the
ah,
implementation of the
non.
time loop
Chi
at the end of
sei?
this week, right?
Don't remind me.
Oh no, I am reminding you. Everybody should be reminded. It's another step on the way to total government control.
Let me guess. We should all vote no.
Questa mi sa che è la radio quella
In any way
politica.
they can.
All politicians lie. What else is new?
Tutti i politici
Don't
mentono,
forget,
ovviamente.
dear listeners, that you can ask this guy questions too. Basically, please send questions so I don't have to.
Vediamo.
It's subliminal messaging. They mask it, but it's everywhere. On the streets, in public service announcements, commercials.
Secret messages.
Exactly.
So, What you're saying is by the end of the week we'll all be voting yes because we've been.
Siamo stati manipolati senza rendercene conto.
I'm telling you, they'll stop at nothing.
Niente li
This is
fermerà,
only
questo è
the
solo
beginning.
l'inizio.
Well, they
Ma
won't
che
get
legge.
me. Because I won't be voting
Non mi
anyway.
avranno perché tanto io non
Anything more
voterò.
to add, Anon?
Yeah, lots. I've heard that.
Oh,
È caduta la
my.
linea.
Well, what do you know?
Chissà perché.
We just lost contact
What?
with Anon.
Un'altra interferenza.
Find somebody who knows about
Trovate qualcuno
all
che conosce tutti i segreti. Ma chi
Ask
sei,
the right
Winston?
question. Unlock our frequency. Find the truth.
Non ci sto capendo niente.
In the morning.
Well, I guess it's that time again. I'm NSB. This is the morning
Ciao,
show.
Ennis.
Blah blah blah. Yada yada yada. You know the deal.
The rant of the day.
Vediamo.
So, let's discuss the working week.
Parliamo della
It's
settimana
Monday
lavorativa,
morning,
lunedì
which means that
mattina,
most
che
of
vuol
you
dire che
will
molti
say
di
something
voi
like,
avranno
"I
già
can't
detto
believe
qualcosa
it's
tipo non
Monday
posso
again."
crederci, di nuovo
It's
lunedì.
like twice already.
Almeno due
On
volte.
Wednesday.
Arrivate mercoledì rivedrete a ogni collega e amico quanto siete contenti che sia già passata ben metà settimana.
On Friday, you buy a discounted can of beer on the commute home to celebrate
Yeah,
it's a weekend
weekend.
again. Woohoo.
Woohoo.
Can we just stop measuring our existence via
Infatti,
stupid
sono
little time
d'accordo.
units? Why not mix it up a bit? Start your week on Thursday.
Tutta sta
You have a midweek
importanza
break from
sul
work
tempo,
then.
io non la
Or,
capisco.
I don't know, buy a beer on Monday.
Infatti.
Celebrate the start of the week.
Sono
Be
d'accordo con
creative.
Ennis.
Don't be a slave of the corporate calendar. But if that's what you want to be, well, don't call me to
Non
complain
siate
about
schiavi
it.
del calendario
That's my
lavorativo.
rant of the day. You're very welcome.
D'accordissimo, d'accordissimo. Questo è il canale che mi piace. Cambiamo. Qualcuno tossisce, passa una macchina. Radio pirata. Siamo su Radio Pirata. Ma che cos'è? Che radio è? Cambiamo.
Of travelers. It's
News
a full hour of news
one.
to get you up to speed with everything that's happening in the world. But first, over to our reporter on location, Tommy Begay.
Tommy Begay.
Every Monday, Tommy visits a location where the news of the future is being made. Where are you today, Tommy?
Thanks, Fred. I'm here at the Galena Layer Poultry
La
Farm,
gallina.
where the owners have found a revolutionary new way to care
Cioè?
for their chickens.
Revolutionary, right. And in which way?
Well, Fred, I'm sure you know that laying hens, however cute and fluffy they look, contribute a lot of harmful gas to the ozone
addirittura.
layer. The owners of Galena have found a way to diminish these gases through purely biological means. And there is more. Galena Farm claims to have a cure for bird flu. A newly developed special mix of herbs eradicates any
Esattamente.
chance of flu.
Farmers turned pharmacists.
Allevatori che diventano
Is that
formagisti,
something
è
you
questo
want?
che vogliamo, è
Well,
quello che è
Fred,
successo.
if it's safe, why not?
But is it?
Let's ask the farmers.
While Tommy walks up to the farm, let me remind you that we have more discussions.
Di nuovo l'interferenza.
Find somebody
E
who
chi è
knows
che conosce i
about all
segreti?
secrets.
Winston,
Ask
non
him
lo
the
so.
right question.
Che
Unlock
domanda
our
dobbiamo
frequency.
fare? Sì, dettate la frequenza, trovate la verità. Non l'ho capito.
It's 7 o'clock on News 1, and here are the headlines with Fred Peterson.
Today, Foreign Minister Macmillan is scheduled to talk to other
Di
foreign
nuovo.
ministers in a highly anticipated meeting. She will have to develop an understanding about the status of international trade policies if the time loop is implemented. 4 people were arrested after reports of terrorist threats. According to the police, the 4 men are part of a so-called piracy group dedicated to disrupting society. The police is now investigating their means of communication.
Dobbiamo
and
dettare
facing
la
new
frequenza,
questions.
quindi magari
If the secret
serve
group uses radio waves to share information, can they
qualcuno.
hide their frequency? The University of Mentos.
No, ho
has been
sbagliato,
awarded the
mannaggia,
prestigious
no,
award
no.
for teaching excellence. Vice Chancellor of the
Volevo
during a speech
registrare
she made last night. And
quando lui
Went to Club
parlava.
Dynamite on Saturday. Pretty cool.
Nice.
You?
Or, I don't know, buy a beer on Monday.
Slow moving traffic in the usual weather today will be.
Andiamo avanti.
Thanks for listening, everyone.
Allora, l'interferenza ogni tanto si sente, mi dice, trovo qualcuno che conosce la verità. Dobbiamo decrittare la frequenza. In questo canale delle notizie, appunto, si dice, c'è appunto una notizia che parla di queste frequenze nascoste.
Radio frequent reports of terrorist threats. According to the police, the 4 men are part of a so-called. The police is now investigating their means of. If a secret group uses radio waves to share
Ecco qui. Un gruppo segreto comunica via onde radio, può nascondere.
Anyway, a new week. Should we talk about?
Io quasi quasi mando mando quella notizia delle frequenze nascoste qua a Michelle. Vediamo cosa ci dice.
You mean the time loop vote?
If a secret group uses radio waves to share information, can they hide their frequency?
Wow, that is an intense.
Abbiamo una domanda bella tosta.
Hidden radio waves? Well, our microwave oven is covered in mess.
Sounds like one of those spooky conspiracy theories. Ooh.
Scary, Bob. Where were we?
If a secret group uses radio waves to share information, can they hide their frequency?
Wow, that is an intense.
Hidden radio.
Sounds like.
Mi sa che su Fresh FM vabbè, tendiamo un velo pietoso, neanche mi hanno considerato. Vediamo, mandiamo questa notizia, la inviamo qua su Tech Radio, vediamo se mi possono aiutare. Vediamo.
Looks like we've got a proper question for our dear friend Anon.
If a secret group uses radio waves to share information, can they hide their frequency?
Le frequenze si possono nascondere? Sì.
You're getting a bit overexcited.
But this is the real deal. Listen, there are empty frequencies in the airwaves, frequencies that seem unused.
Let me guess, they're not.
Exactly. Sources say that if you record one particular sound, you decode the entire frequency and reveal its true nature.
Isn't that magical?
It's not magic. The public encryption key is hidden behind the audio file.
And you officially lost me there.
Believe me or not, the last frequency I decoded was protected by the sound
Decrittato una
of
frequenza con il suono di vetro rotto.
on my radio and voila.
Oh, the station managers are going to be so happy that we've just encouraged people to switch over to.
Ok.
Find somebody who knows about all secrets. Ask him the right question. Unlock our frequency. Find the truth.
Guarda la verità. Quel personaggio su questa radio, su Tech Radio, non mi ricordo come si chiama.
It's on can or big. That's my and is
It's a none here.
Ecco, vabbè, la pronuncia non la so. Ci ha detto che per esempio il vetro rotto, tramite il suono del vetro rotto si può decifrare una frequenza, una cosa del genere. Io non l'ho capito benissimo, comunque una cosa del genere. Prima abbiamo ascoltato una radio in cui venivano trasmessi solo rumori, che è la radio pirata, come si chiamava? C'era il vetro rotto, il suono di un vetro rotto prima.
If you're listening to this, it means you've found us. Congratulations. You have taken the first step in your awakening. You have
Il vetro
connected.
rotto, come aveva detto
You are
nonna.
being lied to so much more than you know. The time loop is already in place.
Il loop temporale è già in atto, il voto è irrilevante.
We are already repeating
Ci stiamo già
ourselves.
ripetendo.
Those who control the present control the future. Keep listening. Keep sharing. Reclaim time.
Ok, quindi il vetro rotto era la soluzione a tutto. Abbiamo trovato la frequenza nascosta. E
We've
passiamo
uncovered
al
new
capitolo
information
2.
that needs to be shared. Information that is too important not to get out there. We're counting on you, our friends, to spread the information. We need your network. We need
Sì,
your
ci
power.
sono.
Here are the facts.
Winston, dimmi.
Amal Macmillan, politician, pro-time loop activist, and violator of human rights, actually leads the group that activated the time loop. Amal Macmillan is the person who ordered to activate the time loop prematurely. She should be confronted and unmasked. She acted without democratic consent, and even though she will deny all this, we know this to be true. Spread the news and make sure it sticks beyond the time loop. Our
Silenzio.
own organization is still small, but your help will make us grow. Your help will make us reach the news stations. They've not yet reported on these conspiracies. They ignore our messages, but eventually they will have to listen. If there are many of us, we will not be ignored. So keep trying. Hear this fact and
Ok,
pass it on.
Winston, dici,
Amal
dici.
Macmillan, politician, pro-time loop activist, and shameless violator of human rights, leads the group that activated the time loop. We'll start small if needed. If the news stations won't listen, others will. And then they will spread the word. And then others will, until we can't be denied anymore.
Ok.
I might sound like a madman to you. Hell, I sound like a minister. But this is real. I am real. We all are. I'm here, talking to you. Not because I'm special. I'm just a normal citizen, like you. We all are here. We're just a group of concerned citizens who don't want to be lied to anymore. Help us. Try to reach the news station. Try it via other stations if that's what's needed. Use small stations if you need to. Start at the bottom and work the message up.
Ok,
All
quindi
the
abbiamo
way
una
to the
missione.
top. Connect with them on subjects that they're interested in. Match their worries, their concerns, their subjects. Find the message that will make them take you
Trovate il
seriously.
messaggio che vi farà
And
prendere
tell
sul
them.
serio.
Tell them about the conspiracy. Tell them that we are being lied to. Please spread this important fact. Amal Macmillan, politician, pro-time loop activist, and shameless Amal Macmillan, politician,
Registriamo
pro-time loop
questo
activist, and
messaggio.
shameless violator of human rights, leads the group that activated the time loop. We will
Ok,
continue with our underground actions. And when the time comes, when we
cambiamo
have
frequenza.
I've done this for 24 years, Mac. 25 in 3 months. So if... What?
Frequenza sconosciuta.
Everyone here, anyone up for a drink after work today, yeah? Over?
Che frequenza è?
Mac?
What? C'è un'interferenza?
Delta 5? Station Inspector. Please
Ok.
switch tracks. Keep an eye
Ma
out
è una
on that red
frequenza che ha a
signal.
che fare con i treni, la metropolitana?
Slight delays.
Non lo so.
Mac? Come in. Mac? 703 on green. Maybe one for Mac. Why has platform 12 not been cleared?
Mac che fine ha fatto?
Over. We have 2 trains waiting to come in. Please clear platform. Over. Any empty platform will do, friends. Just reel that train in, please.
Non ci sto capendo niente, ragazzi. Cambiamo frequenza. Ecco,
In the
la radio delle
studio, we
notizie.
have physician scientist Charlie Thomas.
Ok,
Welcome,
Charlie
Professor.
Thomas.
Thank you.
Professor Thomas, you've been researching the effects of a possible time loop on public health, am I correct?
Yes. You have to
Ma
remember,
sei
it's
sto
all
loop
very
temporale.
academic, though. We've researched an, at this moment, fictitious situation, after all. Together with our colleagues from the physics department, we have developed models to simulate a possible time loop.
Forse ora
Your
ce la
report
spiego.
mentions brain tumors. Should we be worried?
Tumore al cervello.
Let me put it this way. Think of our report as a medication information leaflet.
Are you talking about side effects?
Regarding the brain tumor, chances have been proven to be incredibly slim, even in a test environment.
So in real life, a brain tumor could be more likely.
You're twisting my words.
I'm not saying anything that is not in your report already, surely.
No, but you are emphasizing something that isn't relevant.
If this time loop could have a negative impact on our health, don't you agree that the public needs to know this before they vote?
I don't think it's something they should base their vote on. Our research is still very preliminary. We've barely scratched the surface. It's far too early
Questo
to
loop
draw any
temporale quindi può
conclusions.
essere pericoloso
Okay,
per la
I
salute
understand.
umana.
What about possible positive side effects?
We actually had a couple of mice that aged
Alcuni dopo
slower,
invecchiano più
so that could be
lentamente.
very beneficial.
There was also an interesting
Ci sono
fact
anche
about
delle cose
headaches.
positive.
Indeed, some of our test subjects experienced a very specific type of headache, one that we hadn't seen before, which is interesting because we think this could lead to a breakthrough in the related area of migraine research.
Has your research influenced your own opinion on the implementation of the time loop?
I'm not giving out advice on how to vote if that's what you're looking for. I'm a scientist,
Io mi occupo
not
di
a
scienza, non
politician.
di
But if
politica.
you can't advise us, who can?
The government does a lot in terms of public information.
But they're no scientists. They choose out of ideology or for economic reasons.
Esattamente. Qualsiasi
Several foreign heads
governo
of state have reiterated their concern about the
basa
country's unilateral implementation of the time loop. If the vote on
le cose
Friday
che
is
fa o
positive,
sulle proprie
Minister
ideologie
Macmillan
o
has
su
promised to
motivi
provide them
economici,
with
non
extra
di certo per la
details,
salute
but has also
dell'uomo.
said, quote, "Foreign politics should not influence the will of our nation," unquote. A printing factory in the south used by the government to print voting ballots went up in flames last night. 2 victims were killed, both of them employees of the factory. It's unclear whether the ballots for the upcoming time loop vote were affected. The police and the fire department are currently investigating. Weather today, cloudy with low temperatures in the south and a small chance of rain during the night. And finally, you'll be happy to know that our listener comment system is back online, so you'll be able to send us your messages again.
Ok,
In the studio, we have
allora risentiamo il messaggio di Winston, se non ricordo male, che avevamo registrato.
Amal Macmillan, politician, pro-time loop activist, and shameless violator of human rights, leads the group
Di questa politica che ha violato i diritti umani
Charlie.
sta dirigendo il gruppo che ha attivato il loop temporale. Vediamo cosa ne pensa la dottoressa.
Thomas. Welcome, Professor. Just to let you all know, we appreciate everything you send us, but be aware that we can't broadcast stories or accusations that haven't
Accuse
been
che non sia state
back to the interview.
Thank you.
Scusa.
Professor Thomas,
Gente, effettivamente questo messaggio è abbastanza incriminatorio senza alcuna prova. Cioè, noi non abbiamo prove che questa
you've been
politica
researching the effects of a possible time loop
o
on public health,
politico,
am I
sì, mi
correct?
sembra che sia una Amal Macmillan politica, sì, non abbiamo prove, non ce l'abbiamo, quindi vabbè.
Yes. You have to remember, it's all very academic, though.
I don't want to tell the story.
Ricky,
Fresh
what's
FM,
happening, babe?
la radio è un po' quella
It's not true.
leggera.
It's a lie.
Really funny, too.
Let's ask the listeners. What's your opinion on lying? Send us your statement on the subject.
Ecco, loro vogliono storie pazzesche, ecco, mandiamo la storia della politica corrotta.
Somebody else?
I don't
Dai.
feel like it. I'm putting the tall tales meter away. Also, unless you have a clear statement about lying, we're not taking any other useless messages. Also, unless you have a clear statement about lying, we're not taking any other useless messages. Also, unless you have a clear statement about lying, we're not taking any other useless messages.
Non lo leggono questo messaggio, niente. Mi avete deluso.
We're not taking any other useless messages. Also, unless
Passiamo ad un altro.
The Society of History Students.
Campus Radio
College,
Amentos.
of which you are
Questa è
the
una nuova
proud
radio.
chairwoman. I am the chairperson, yes. In 2 weeks, we are organizing a discussion night on the history of knowledge.
Jenny.
What's the history of knowledge exactly?
Storia della
Well,
conoscenza.
basically, society has grown from
Campus Radio Amentos.
È una
Students for students.
radio
We're live 3
universitaria.
times a week.
Hi, fellow students, elitists, and future decision makers. It's
Elite.
your girl Kaya here, joined by the ever awesome Jenny.
Hi, y'all.
Vediamo
Don't
cosa
worry,
dicono.
you'll hear from her later. So, you know we are all about discussion here. There's some
Ok.
big shit going down this week, so if you want to talk about it, drop us a
Sì,
message
mandiamo
anytime.
loro il
Jenny?
messaggio allora, dai.
At the end of
Vediamo
this
cosa ne
week,
pensano
voting
della
stations will
politica.
open on the subject of the time loop.
Questione del loop
So, if you
temporale.
haven't thought about what to vote yet, start thinking now. Don't think it doesn't affect you because it will. This vote is all about our future.
Sì.
Don't let others decide for you. It's time our voices
È il
were
momento di
heard
far
too.
sentire anche la vostra
There is no
voce.
excuse. There will be a voting station inside of the campus grounds, main auditorium of Building A to be precise. Be
Ok.
there.
I'll be there as a member of the polling staff, handing out ballots.
Another great reason to go and vote.
Not really.
Girl, you're awesome. Anyone should jump on the opportunity to meet you
Ma
at the
anche
voting
no.
office and talk to you in person.
Thanks.
But seriously, get informed. Don't
Non
believe
credete a
everything
tutto
you
quello
hear,
che
but
vi
start
dicono.
researching. You owe
Documentatevi.
it to yourself and to the rest of the
Documentatevi,
nation.
ragazzi.
We'll be talking about the vote all week, so if you have thoughts or opinions on the time loop, let us know.
Sì,
We need
io
to
ho un
find out how this
parere.
time loop will
Ma
impact
andiamo.
our lives.
Amal McMillan, politician, pro-time loop activist, and shameless violator of human rights, leads the group that activated the time loop.
Wait, what? Are you hearing this, Jenny?
Sorry, I was
Mi
distracted.
sono
for a bit.
distratto un
That
attimo.
sounded... Never mind.
What?
We said we would take all opinions on this subject seriously, so that is what we'll do.
Eh sì, è una cosa
If
grossa.
this is true, it's big. Wow.
Are we being lied to by the government?
This is a scoop, Jenny. We need to investigate the shit out of
Brave,
this.
brave,
I
investigate.
know.
Students, friends, anarchists, here is a personal favorite for you to enjoy while we
Indagate,
investigate.
indagate. Cambiamo stazione.
Oh, it's going to be an interesting morning because we have a special guest today.
L'ospite speciale.
Why don't you introduce yourself?
Chi? Bow.
Please welcome my new co-host, Sadie.
Bow.
Sadie hasn't found her radio voice
Ha una
yet, but,
cagnolina.
a bowl of water should do the trick. So, basically, the station management has been suggesting we should find a co-host for ages now. Apparently, according to data, shows with two presenters are more successful. So, in order to improve the ratings, I would need a co-host, preferably a woman, obviously. And that's where Sadie comes in, don't you, girl? I don't even know if she's really called that. I just thought she looked like a Sadie. I took her off the streets this morning. She doesn't have a collar, so I guess she's a stray. But, well, if you're listening and your dog is missing, tough. Anyway, Sadie's specialty is answering questions about the
Rispondere alle domande sul
government. So, if
governo.
you have any, please send them in. And Sadie will bark once for yes and twice for no.
Se abbaia una volta è sì, se abbaia due volte è no.
Yeah, I think it's a disgrace. Picking up a stray dog just for laughs? She must be terrified and overheated with all those studio lights.
Studio lights? Hey, we're not on TV, mate. If we were, you could have seen that Sadie's wagging her tail. Next!
You must think you're so funny with a female dog. I thought you were a feminist. Asshole.
Che c'è?
Feminism is so overrated. I'm just pro-humans in general. Oh yeah, and dogs. Next! And can I
Anche
just
io
remind
sono
you
per
all
tutti gli
that
umani,
Sadie's
non c'è
specialty is
differenza fra
answering
uomo e
yes/no
donna.
questions on the subject of the government. So please help us raise the quality of this show and send us your questions!
Yes, hello?
Di nuovo,
My
Maria.
name is Maria. I used to have a dog, a brown one.
Well, this one's off-white.
My boy, my sweet, loyal boy, he slept at the side of my bed, you know?
Maria,
One day he was gone. They never told me where he went.
I bet he ran away.
My son, he ran away when he was
Ah,
caught,
quindi è
but he came back.
cane della
I think
signora è
he
scappato.
visits me, but I don't recognize him.
Sorry, lady, I think you might need another number. Really, are you all right?
Mandiamo il nostro messaggio accusatorio riguardante il politico.
I mean, do we need to
Anzi,
send
la
somebody
politica.
over?
Oh no, they're all here. They keep repeating the same.
Of the day.
Niente.
All right, this is going to be a short rant. You know when you're in line to buy something and
No,
there's
niente,
lots of
non
people
ci
behind you?
calcola
Next time,
Ennis.
Take your fucking money.
Activating the student population has worked.
Abbiamo risvegliato la coscienza degli
Next,
studenti.
we'll need to spread the reaction of the students. However, the disturbing questions will keep haunting them until they get the answers, until they get the truth. So help them, hear their questions, and spread them. It's the only way to eventually get our truth on the news.
Ok, Wilson ci dice in pratica di concentrarci sugli studenti. Da ora noi andremo nella radio universitaria, vediamo, registriamo qualche domanda interessante e poi magari la riportiamo su altre radio più importanti, vediamo cosa succede, vediamo se c'è qualche reazione.
We would take all opinions on this subject seriously.
Are we being lied to by
Il governo ci sta mentendo.
This is a scoop, Ginny.
I know.
Su questa domanda io direi che potremmo costruirci qualcosa. Proviamoci con Fresh FM, che è la radio un po' quella più leggera, magari scherzando loro ci possano aiutare e diffondere questo messaggio che appunto magari potrà far risvegliare qualche mente che si accorgerà che effettivamente il governo sta nascondendo qualcosa, sta ingannando la legge, sta ingannando la gente. Vabbè, la legge sono loro. La legge se la fanno loro.
He's sending us their own tall tales, but we want to hear Rakim's, so we'll ignore
Ci
them.
hanno ignorati.
People are already sending us their own tall tales, but we want to hear Rakim's, so we'll ignore them for now.
Flash FM, ma va a quel paese.
Incredibly slim, even in a test
Andiamola qua sulla
By the way,
radio delle
we're getting
notizie.
many messages. Please be aware that we can't broadcast anything that hasn't been fact-checked.
No.
Not even in the form of a question.
Anche qua ci ignorano. Andiamola qua. Esca subito. L'avevo sospettato che era la frequenza dei treni. Inviamo questo messaggio alla cagnolina.
So, in order to improve the ratings, I would need a co-host, preferably a woman, obviously.
Are we being lied to by the government?
Sadie, this one's for you,
Questo è
darling.
per te,
But
tesoro.
once for yes, twice for no.
Silenzio. Come
I guess
silenzio?
Sadie is still undecided.
Sei ancora
Meanwhile, let's
indeciso.
ponder on the idea of lying for a bit. Remember I told you I picked Sadie up off the streets this morning?
Sì.
In fact, my canine sidekick is actually my producer's.
Ah.
She brought her dog to work today. And
Quindi
I
non
thought
era
we should wind up
una
the station
cagnolina
managers a bit.
randaggia.
And you listeners, obviously. Wow, wasn't that honest of me? Well, guess what? I lied, and it was fun.
Bravo Ennis.
So, here's my statement, and feel free to repeat it. There is nothing wrong with lying every now and again. And that's where Sadie comes in, don't you, girl? I don't even know if she's really called that. I just thought she looked like a Sadie. I took her off the streets this morning.
But honest questions. This is how you tell fact from fiction. Distinguish between information and propaganda. We're getting many messages from listeners. It's reassuring to know that people are here, but don't forget that yet we cannot let these questions gather them and spread them to the right channel. We will continue with our underground actions. We will show them that we know what's going on. So help us before the loop resets. You can make an impact. You can change little things.
È abbastanza confuso, eh?
We've uncovered new information.
Cioè, da quello che ho capito bisogna trovare, un po' navigando fra le varie stazioni, la frase esatta che poi si deve riproporre nella giusta stazione, quindi bisogna capire un po' il contesto, il tono, se è ironico, se è serio, insomma. Non è facile, non è
That
facile.
needs to be shared. information that is too important not to get out there. These students and you have planted. It's a wonderful cycle. Some denied our ideas. Some even got angry. But this NSB achieved to push himself
ci ha aiutato.
directly to the bargaining stage. His speech on lies might just be a sparkle, but
Le
it could still
bugie.
be enough to trigger a fire.
E quindi dobbiamo andare nella radio di Ennis.
I don't even know if she's real. She doesn't have a. I lied, and it
Ho
was
mentito ed è stato
So,
divertente.
here's my statement, and feel free to repeat it.
Quindi ecco la mia opinione e siete liberi di ripeterla. Non c'è niente di male a mentire ogni tanto.
Please welcome my new co-host, Sadie.
La presentiamo.
Excitement here.
Presentiamo questa frase nella radio di Fresh FM a Michelle. Vediamo Michelle cosa dice.
Chickening out, Ricky? Oh, of course not, man.
Meanwhile, a listener sent us this.
So, here's my
Sì,
statement, and feel free
l'hanno
to repeat
accettata.
it. There is nothing wrong with lying every now and again.
Do you agree, Shell?
Well, let me tell you a story. I was supposed to go out with my friend yesterday, but she canceled.
Bummer. You should have called me instead.
You wish. Anyway, so my friend said she was having pulsating headaches because the time loop has already been implemented. And it's messing with her mind.
Sounds like something messed up her mind, all right?
Exactly. I just didn't want to call bullshit and risk upsetting her. So I lied and I said I totally believed her. But I felt like shit afterwards. What if she's really going bonkers? Then I'll have added to her delusions.
Well, I hope your friend isn't listening now.
Oops. Oh, shit.
Anyway, where were we? People are already sending us their own tall tales, but we want to hear
Ok.
people are already...
Okay, let's help.
Penso che il prossimo passo da fare è inviare, come sta Michelle non è, cioè è abbastanza famosa, è la DJ numero 1, e ha detto che la sua amica aveva mal di testa a causa del loop temporale. Magari questa frase è detta da Michelle, se la riproponiamo nella radio delle informazioni, vediamo cosa dicono.
You out a bit.
Però dobbiamo riprenderlo, dobbiamo registrarlo.
So my friend said
Ecco qua.
she was having pulsating headaches because the time loop has already been implemented and it's messing with her mind.
Ok, andiamo nella radio delle
You'll be
informazioni.
happy to know that our listener comment system is back
Via.
online, so you'll be able to send us your messages again. Just a second, we've received an interesting message.
So my friend said she was having pulsating headaches because the time loop has already been implemented and it's messing with her mind.
Pulsating headaches. This sounds very much like something you found in your research.
Eh sì.
Does. But since the time loop hasn't been implemented yet, this is most likely something else.
To be honest, we've gotten some messages from listeners who seem adamant that the time loop has already
Allora
been
già è stato
implemented.
attivato il loop temporale prima
And
del
you
voto?
have investigated this?
No, we've not discussed this until now because, obviously, we have a duty to stick to the facts and not spread uninvestigated rumours.
Obviously. And I certainly don't want to add fuel to stories like that.
But this individual with headache symptoms could be the missing link we're looking for.
I have to be honest, I am intrigued. My science heart is beating faster, so to say.
And my investigative journalism heart. If you're the person experiencing the headaches, please get in touch. I feel we have a moral duty to investigate this. Also, Minister Amal Macmillan is in the studio tomorrow. I'll personally see to it that we discuss these details with her. I won't rest until we get to the bottom of this. That's my promise to you as a journalist.
Ed ecco che siamo andati molto avanti nella nostra opera di diffusione della verità. Vediamo Winston cosa ne pensa.
This sound was designed by us to help uncover the truth. Behind this sound lies a piece of code with the power of stabilizing an unsteady frequency. We believe it will be useful to find important information about the conspiracy. You know how to distribute information. You can distribute this sound in the same way. You can
Ok.
also cancel the stabilization of a frequency by sending this sound one more time. The frequency will go back to its initial state, so you will leave no trace. If you hear this, it means that you have found us. Now, it's time to find others.
Ok.
Scour the airwaves and use the stabilizer to level out any frequency that could contain information to break the government down. If you find something you think is important, you should decide which radio station you trust most and leak the info to them. Don't send it to us. It'll reach us eventually. We want to know, but we want others to act. There's no doubt to have regarding the legality of our actions. We are whistleblowers.
Ok.
And above all, we are on the right side of history.
Va bene.
This is about all of us. All of you. We all need to head this revolution. If you inform people, things will change.
Suono stabilizzatore.
Remember, if you find something relevant, decide which radio station you trust most and send it to them. Convince them. Make them listen. If everybody does it, they will listen. They have to.
Va bene.
This program is our last chance to leak sensitive information from the government. It is now yours. If you've used the stabilizer at the wrong moment, you can always use it again to reset what you... We'll keep on fighting. We have so much planned. Do not underestimate us. This sound was designed to find fragments of other frequencies and try to...
Vabbè. Quindi dobbiamo usare questo stabilizzatore
This sound was designed by us to
che
help uncover...
ci aiuterà a quanto pare a scoprire la realtà. La questione è abbastanza aggrovigliata, ma a poco riusciremo a scoprire qual è la verità, qual è la realtà che si nasconde dietro la nebbia. E questa live è tutto, ci vediamo in 1000 altre avventure in prossime live, vediamo domani, dopodomani, quando sarà, non si sa. Comunque per questa live è tutto e vi saluto, ciao!